Good morning. Good morning. As we gather, we acknowledge the Nahantic and Mohegan people as the traditional caretakers of the land on which we worship. We honor and pay respect to the Nahantic and Mohegan ancestors and their lineage, who today uphold traditional practices, art, and education. Welcome to this place of beauty. Today, the many flowers you brought with you for our flower communion beautify our chancel. But you create the full beauty in this room with your presence and connection to one another. Flower communion falls on Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the dads here and online. We celebrate you and also recognize that this can be a complex day for some. We honor all of what this day brings. We invite you to bring your whole selves to All Souls, and we embrace you with whatever joy and sorrow you may be holding. Let us worship together in beauty and recreation. Welcome to All Souls, where all souls are welcome. Please rise in body or in spirit and join in singing our opening hymn, Morning Has Broken.
We begin every Sunday morning as we pass the peace to each other, the peace that the world so badly needs, that we hold even a tiny spark in our hearts on some days and hearts full of peace on others. No matter where you are, you have something to offer to the soul who stands nearby. Let us turn to those in the online pews and make sure that they know that we know that they are here. Welcome to all the souls in the online pews. If you're here this morning for the first time, either online or here in Unity Hall, I invite you to raise your hand so we know to welcome you most especially. All right, no one, welcome, we see you. Welcome, welcome, we see you. And those in the online pews, of course, just in the chat, let us know you're there. My mother and father are here. And I know that Sally McGee's mother is here, so welcome to all of our guests and beloveds. Welcome to those who we haven't seen for a long time, and we're so happy to see you here today, this morning. Olive, 2 Sundays in a row, I'm so happy to see you. Let us make a joyful noise, turn to each other, and wish each other peace. Peace be with you.
It's a 3-bell morning. That's the excitement of flower communion. Each Sunday, we light the chalice, the symbol of our faith. And we invite a child or youth to come up and light the chalice. And this morning, we are excited to invite up Sierra, who is lighting the chalice for the first time. And so lovely dressed up for the occasion. As Sierra lights our chalice, let us say together these words. We light this chalice, mindful of love's radical power. Even in the face of fear and danger, we are the keepers of the flame. Today, we keep alive the message of reverence for life, human dignity for all, and universal love. Today, we light this chalice in remembrance.
Thank you, Sierra. And Perry will light our candle of peace in honor of Juneteenth, which is, of course, tomorrow, and now a federal holiday. Juneteenth, we honor, sometimes called Freedom Day, when in 1865, 2 full years after the Emancipation Proclamation was passed, Union soldiers appeared in Galveston, Texas, because it bears repeating, 2 years later, to share the news that enslaved people were free. And so we have a long way to go in this country toward real freedom for all people. But to hold up Juneteenth is one teeny tiny step in the right direction of a very big, joyful day. So we light this peace candle for our future. And now I would like to invite the choir forward, please. Thank you to the choir. Jesse gets his steps in on Sunday morning. My daughter's first language was Mandarin, so it's really touching to hear the choir sing what is for English speakers not easy. So thank you for that effort. Thank you for that effort. And Catherine, thank you for your courage in bringing that piece to the choir. Thank you. And so flower communion, we land on this Sunday, a Sunday that is so beloved to so many of us. We land here on the 100th anniversary of this ritual. This was a ritual that was first introduced in Czechoslovakia, and this is the symbol that the Czech Unitarians use. You see the flower being such an important part of that image. Norbert Čapek was a Unitarian minister in Czechoslovakia. He spent some time in the United States. He attended Union Theological Seminary in New York City. His wife joined him, and it was actually his wife who introduced the flower communion in the United States at the Unitarian Universalist Church in Cambridge, Massachusetts. But in 1923, Čapek introduced it to the congregation he served, and it had held all of the meaning that it still holds today. He believed that each person is as individually beautiful as each of these blooms in this basket this morning. He believed that bringing that beauty together makes who we are together more powerful. And tragically, Čapek, this will not surprise those of you who do not know, and others of you know this story. Čapek was deemed to be too dangerous to the Nazi Reich. And he perished, like millions of others, in the gas chamber in Dachau. And so this Sunday, this year, with the rise of authoritarianism in our country, and certainly in other countries around the world, we are reminded of the dangers of this history that carries forward through generations. And as our chalice lighting said, we recommit ourselves on this Sunday to being bearers of love and compassion and equity and equality for all, while honoring the beauty of all individual people. So this ritual, like most rituals, is very simple in nature. You're going to come forward and take a flower, a different flower, even if you're very attached to the flower that you brought. The point is that you are taking something from this bouquet that is of someone else that you honor. So you're going to come, as we do, you're going to come around the back and up the ramp. Paul and John, if you could just guide people through the coming forward. The flowers will be consecrated with a prayer that Čapek himself prayed over the flowers throughout the course of his ministry. So let us hold him in our hearts, all that he did for all of us and all of those he served then. Let us begin. Infinite Spirit of life, we ask your blessing on these messengers of fellowship and love. May they remind us, amid diversities of knowledge and of gifts, to be one in desire and affection. May they also remind us of the value of comradeship, of doing and sharing alike. May we not let awareness of another's talents discourage us or sully our relationship, but may we realize that whatever we can do, great or small, the efforts of all of us are needed to do your work in this world. And may the congregation say, amen. Amen. So we open the circle for the ritual of the flower communion. Welcome. Welcome. No. There's a railing?
No, I'm good. I didn't know.
Yeah. Yes, you're good.
I'm good.
Please join me in a spirit of prayer and meditation. Again, from Reverend Norbert Chapek. In the name of Providence, which implants in the seed the future of the flower, and in our hearts the longing for people to live in harmony. In the name of sages and great religious leaders who sacrificed their lives to hasten the coming of the age of mutual respect, let us renew our resolution, sincerely, to be real siblings to each other, regardless of any kind of bar that estranges us from each other. In this holy resolve, may we be strengthened knowing that we are one family, that one spirit, the spirit of love, unites us, and may we endeavor for a more joyful life for all. May the congregation say amen. Amen. We will close this circle singing "We Would Be One." Catherine will lead us. I invite you to remain seated as we sing.
Join in singing, Alleluia.
Thank you, Catherine. We move from our ritual to a spirit of generosity and giving. And first generosity is to honor Susan Borgi, who led our, there she is, who led our stewardship campaign this last year, led that team of people who so faithfully pull together and create a campaign that everyone, I hope, can feel good about. And they set an ambitious goal, and we just about met it. We rarely just about meet that first goal. And so Susan, she is away this weekend. I know she's going to be looking in on this service when she returns. So I want to say on behalf of the entire congregation, we celebrate and appreciate you so much for your good spirit in the hard work that you have done. Thank you, Susan.
Over 1.8 million LGBTQ youth in the United States seriously consider suicide each year. The Trevor Project is the leading national organization providing crisis intervention and suicide prevention services to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning young people. They do this through crisis services, peer support, research, public education, and advocacy. They organize against harmful policies, change hearts and minds through storytelling, and provide a listening ear, operating the only national crisis lifeline for LGBTQ young people. Recent political attacks and legislation against transgender youth have only increased the need for protection and support. It is our responsibility to respond with urgency. This is why the Trevor Project is our Good Neighbor offering for June. Please give generously to save lives and join me now in saying these words as we prepare for the offering. We give to the work of the Trevor Project. To be good neighbors, we support work that creates the greater good. With this offering, we remember to extend our reach beyond these walls. If you have canned proteins, meats, the basket is over here next to the pulpit. The offering will be gratefully received. For all you have given and all you have sacrificed, thank you.
Thank you.
Please rise in body or in spirit and join us in singing our closing hymn, Love Will Guide Us. There is a new verse that Love Will Guide Us was actually supposed to be the closing hymn last week, but because that was so full with wonderful stuff, we had to push it off to this week. So there is a verse that has to do with the children that Sally Rogers added in. So we'll sing that today.
The chalice with the words we speak together each week. Our service has ended, but our work is not yet done. May our spirits be renewed and our purpose resolved as we meet the challenges of the week. Our chalice flame is extinguished until once again ignited by the strength of our communion. Let us reach out to the world beyond these walls. To the folks in the online pews, I invite you to do the same. Love will guide us and peace has tried us. Let us move into this week. Let us have a meaningful Juneteenth. Let us be reminded that we can change the world with our love. Go in peace and return again with great joy. Amen. Amen. I invite you to be seated for perhaps the best 3 minutes of the year. I will tell you something before. So there was a photographer from the UUA who, when All Souls was named as a breakthrough congregation, she came to take pictures on this Sunday. And she said that this moment was like a Fellini film. So, wait a minute, who brought the scapes? Who brought the scapes? I love that so much. Ready? Here we go. thank you to Bill. Oh, so good. So good. Okay, just a couple of things for you to know before we continue on to our coffee hour. We have been doing our Black Lives Matter public witness on Fridays at 5 o'clock. You are all invited to join. However, because tomorrow is Juneteenth, we will be doing a witness immediately following the service. So please join for about 15 minutes out by the street to keep that discipline in our hearts. This is a reminder, oops, what happened here? My sound went on. Just a reminder that the end of our fiscal year is June 30th. So as best you can, please complete your financial commitment for the year. That would be greatly helpful. Next week is the General Assembly service, which only means we're going to be streaming that service here in Unity Hall. It is at 11 o'clock. What time is it? 11 o'clock. It's at 11 o'clock, different than when it is typically. There will be a sharing circle that will follow immediately. Also next week at 9:45, you are invited to gather at Harkness Park for a bird walk. There will be, tell me her name again. Reverend Dr. Laura Kim Joyner is what is her?
A renowned avian conservationist.
She is a renowned avian conservationist. And a colleague with whom Perry worked when he was in White Plains. So she will be leading that walk. It is appropriate for children, youth, and adults. There will be games afterwards. Next week, 9:45. It'll be in the weekly news, so check there as well. Elder Journey is this Thursday at noon. Anyone 65 years and beyond is welcome to come. Bring a lunch. Dessert will be shared. This Sunday is the last coffee hour until the building project is complete. So enjoy your coffee today. And finally, this is very important. There are 2 volunteer opportunities that I hope all of you will consider one or the other. Perry is going to be tabling, were you just going to be sitting up here by the organ? If you are interested in being involved in our faith formation ministry. If only. Ministry. Perry could tell you more about what teaching involves. You were all here last week and witnessed what a joyful ministry it is here at All Souls and central to who we are. And finally, I'm going to be up here taking sign-ups for SailFest parking volunteers. It's a 2-hour gig. It's one of our big fundraisers, so it's very important that folks help. We help you do everything. Everyone who does it has a good time. I promise you.
It's really, really fun and it's really important.
Yes, thank you, Maria. And Maria and Carol and Bob Bunting will be our representatives, our delegates at General Assembly this year. I want to wish you well. I know you're traveling to Pittsburgh, Maria. Thank you so much. Go with our love and blessings. And Bob and Carol, I know you're in the online pews. Thank you so much for representing us next week. We look forward to hearing how that goes. That's everything. Oh, the welcome table is over here. Jesse, give a wave. If you are here, those of you who are here for the first time, if you want to learn more about All Souls, Unitarian Universalism, Lynn will meet you over there and tell you more. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, everyone. See you next week.